Attention! 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 The recording of the Telnet C has begun. Ticket number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo.
Attention, attention, attention. This is the Telnet C of the day, and I am your net controller. Ticket number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. If you're around and would like to check in, please come with your call sign. May begin.
Ticket number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo. Put me last.
Kenya number 3, Whiskey November Golf.
Kenya number 4, Lima Echo India.
Kenya number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Kenya number 2, Delta November Golf.
All right. Controller recognizes Ticket number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo. Ticket number 3, Whiskey November Golf. Ticket number 4, Lima Echo India. Ticket number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. And ticket number 2, Delta November Golf. Anyone else? If you'd like to join us, please come in with your call sign. Your call sign. All right, please note that this is an open discussion format net. I'll begin with a topic, and when it's your turn, you can continue on it or bring up new ideas to the table. Remind everyone that we have 3 minutes for everybody, so we want to give everybody a chance to talk. So if you have additional comments, you can always continue it on the next round. And so today's topic is travel, because our base schedule is traveling. So that brought me to a time when I was traveling a lot. At one point in my life, I was on a plane just about every other week, and I was in some very interesting places. And then there were some very historically Eid places. And then I would have to say that the most memorable vacation, or it wasn't even a vacation, it was more like a trip at the time. And I went because it was a good thing for me to get out, and I wanted to see it. It was the Appalachian Trail. And the Appalachian Trail starts from West Virginia, and it goes all along the eastern coast of the United States, all the way down. There's an actual trail, walkable trail Some people can do it. Some people have done it multiple times. But it's fairly hazardous, pretty haunted, and people tend to have very interesting stories when they go through there. When I was on the trail for my trip there, I actually have a little bit to share on that when it gets to be my turn. So this is trips that you've taken, and there's an axe murderer involved. So yeah, ready? Here we go. Ticket number 3, Whiskey November Golf. Where have you been?
Ticket number 3, Whiskey November Golf. So we're supposed to kind of explain the trip we've been on, but throw in the axe murderer in there too.
The axe murderer is mine. I have the axe murderer in my story. You can just tell us about a trip that was either memorable or a strange place that you've been, and it may have made an impression on you. All right?
Oh, okay. So I got multiple ones. So we'll start off with one of them that I've been on that was traumatizing. So it was in the Philippines. So, as you know, I am very Americanized. Well, I can be a fob, but I am just so grateful that America got working toilet, working shower, all that. When I was in the Philippines, they were like, we just updated the bathroom and stuff like that. So there was no hole in the floor. It was just a toilet, but I thought I broke so I was like 4. I went into the bathroom to go use it, and I locked the door, because I didn't want people to walk in. Because I don't know, people in the Philippines, like, they just leave the door open, and you just be walking the hallways, and they just be sitting there staring at you. And you stare at them back, and they'll be like, okay, go fill up my bucket so I can wash my ass. But I wasn't about to do that, so I went to use the bathroom, and when I went to flush it, it wouldn't flush, and nobody told me that you had to put water in there. Because, I'm 4, so I didn't know. Like, I thought it was just, like, American toilet. So I thought I broke the toilet. So I got, like, anxious and I was freaking out. So I tried to unlock the door to the bathroom, and I couldn't unlock it. And I started freaking out, and they were like, I'm starting to freak out, and I'm crying, and I'm screaming. So my cousin had to crawl through this little window and pull me out. My pants were down, booty was out, people on japinis, bikes, and everything saw my bare ass, and I'm 4, and I'm crying, and I'm all like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. And they were like, why'd you lock the door? I was all like, because, like, that's what we do, like, in America. And they were like, no, the lock don't work. And I was like, well, why you have the lock? So that was one of my trips that I went on that was, I would say, memorable, but not the best memory. The weirdest one that I've ever been on was Chinatown in LA, where I saw the guy sitting outside smoking a cigarette with a big net, Asian squatting, and like catching pigeons, then killing it, and then going back out there and catching the pigeons. There were so many times he had to put out that cigarette and light it, but yeah, that was like one of the weirdest trips that I've been on, and I got a turtle out of it too. Like, he sold turtles too and fried pigeon. So yeah, back to you. Ticket number 3, Whiskey November Golf.
Ooh, that does sound traumatizing. Amenities in other countries. Luckily, our base, Rajon, is not going to open toilet places. That's good. Wow. I don't think I've even been to open toilet places. You get around. So yeah. I do check for that though. Not the open toilet, but I check to see, I check to see the bathroom in the hotel, and I check the kitchen to see how if it's clean. Those are 2 places that I go. So yeah, here we go. Ticket number 4, Lima Echo India. Where you been?
Ticket number 4, Lima Echo India. Greetings everyone on the net and Sajon Gijang. When it comes to like going outside traveling, I have to say, I only travel like within the state once with ex-friends, and uh, every year the ex-parents would take me back to Vietnam. So I did that more, traveling back over there than with friends. But when we were me and the ex-friends, I remember my first trip. We went to a really place. Back then, I wasn't Catholic or anything, but we went to this place called. It's like a celebration once a year called Carthage. It's I think it's Catholic where they celebrate Mary. I think yeah, it was Mary or something within that Catholic religion. So I went with a bunch of friends, and they were all like Vietnamese, like they like they're all fresh out the boat, like they can speak English, but they it's kind of like yeah, they kind of like not fluent in English, but they're kind of in the mid. But I hang out with that group. But we went there. They were not necessarily like they were all of them Catholic, but we just hang out. I wasn't Catholic. There was a Buddhist guy going too. I think yeah, I think it was a couple hours trip. And when we got there, yeah, I don't know. It wasn't fun. I didn't have a good time. There was all they did mass where they pray. It was like hundreds and thousands of people, but they got like food like spring rolls and a bunch of yeah food they selling. And then all we did was camp out, but nobody have a tent or anything, so no camp. So we kind of lay out like a rug. One guy like slept on the hood of the car. One guy slept in the roof of the car. One guy slept, like nobody really slept. It was you can't really sleep at all. It was hot too. Yeah, that was the trip where I felt like I didn't really enjoy that at all. Like I don't see the point. Yeah, that's one of the trips that I didn't enjoy. It was just hot. There was nothing. It was just you go to some mass praying. I'm not even Catholic. I'm not into that shit. So yeah, that's one trip that I did not enjoy. But the rest, like going to Asia, like go water park, go to roller coaster, swimming, going to the beach, eating food, those I vibe with. But anything, actually no, I don't enjoy going down to the village. I like the city life. But yeah, those are the ones I like. The one I didn't like the most was the Carthage or the Mary place, going all the 5 hours just to attend some kind of mass. Tinyat number 4, Lima Echo, India.
Ticket number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. Absolutely. It seems like the weirder places are way away from everybody, all out in the woods and stuff, and it's super eat, and it's got some kind of food and religion, weird food and religion all mixed up in it, and they want you to participate in it. Yeah, I've been on those kind of trips before. They rarely turn out well. So I definitely understand where you're coming from. It is not a good time. Not a good time. So here we go. You know, I know this one has some places that they've been, probably. Ready? Ting at number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Where have you been?
Good day to Sergeant Gijan, good day to the net controller, good day to my seniors and my juniors. I must apologize, Hasija. What is your question? I got caught up just now and I missed the question. Back to you.
Vacation or a weird spot that you've been to, whether that's on a vacation or not. It can just be a trip that you took. You may have enjoyed it. You might not have enjoyed it. It was memorable. How's that? Memorable. Vacation, memorable vacation. Yep.
Memorable places I've been. I'll probably say probably to a country called, I believe it was either St. Lucia or Bahamas. One out of the two. I just can't remember, but that was like a while back. A friend and I went for like a convention or something like that, and it was memorable because the hotel, or yeah, the hotel we were staying in felt like it was haunted because it had one particular room. Every time you go into the room or come out of the room, the door will just close and just lock for itself, which is like pretty weird because it wasn't like a fancy hotel. It was like kind of like a, how should I put it, like a kind of like a Airbnb, but a little bit more a little bit more on the fancy side. But yeah, the room just had like a really strange vibe, and the door would just close and just lock itself sometimes. And the last night we were there, when we were leaving, the door just slammed and closed itself, and we couldn't even get back into the room. Luckily, we had all of our stuff, and we left. Another memorable place, I would say like places like Europe, like London is really nice because I like architecture. I like how a lot of the old buildings look, even though they have like a creepy vibe about them. I could appreciate the aesthetic. And New York is nice if you never went there before. It's pretty nasty. New York is the most nastiest place I've ever been to, and I don't think I'll ever want to go back there. And I hope I don't have to. I hope I don't ever have to go back there. Like they have rats the size of like Ninja Turtles. Like I swear I saw Splinter from the Ninja Turtles just chilling on the block of time. Like these rats will just walk out and try to take up the sidewalk. It's horrible. I don't really see the appeal in that. You just have a lot of buildings. It isn't much nice architecture, I would say. But New York smells horrible. Like Paris. Paris smells like shit. Like everybody who I know who go there says the exact same thing. I don't know how it get the name the place I love. But yeah, back to you. Tinya at number 2, Charlie, Hotel Golf.
Ha 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 ha.
Ting at number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. I know some places that have a distinct odor, Paris being one of them. Another place that I was at, when I moved a couple times, I lived out in the country of my city, a little further on the outskirts. But then I moved closer to the downtown area. But unfortunately, depending on which way the wind blew, there was a tannery. Tannery. If you don't know what a tannery is, basically it's a building in which they take the carcasses of the dead animals, like the people that would have leather, and you have to get the skin and get it treated a certain way. Well, I actually ended up living very close to a place like that, so when the wind blew a certain way, I couldn't open my windows because it was so bad. But then other times I could open the window and the wind would blow and it would smell like hops, like beer being made. And then another day it would blow and it would smell like the lake. And so it was just always something different. There was always something different. So and then the haunted piece, aren't we glad we don't have to deal with that haunted thing anymore? Man, that doesn't even bother us anymore, right? Right. Okay, Tinya at number 2, Delta November Golf.
Tinya at number 2, Delta November Golf, Chajan Gijang, and greeting everyone on the net. Yeah, the most memorable is I think I already shared with you guys last time when I went to from Bali to Lombok Island. Yeah, that one is the ship is kind of like the engine is not working, right? And yeah, after we arrive, it usually takes only 4 hours, but it's take up because the engine problem, so it takes like about 11 hours. So and then we arrive in the morning, like kind of like a rest, and then like we go to the mountain, we go to the beach, and like oh my God, it's like so beautiful. It's like pure, like we seen like a lot of wild animal, even like monkey on the trees like that. So it's the nature is like it's more even more beautiful than Bali. It's Lombok Island. Lombok is called in Indonesia called like a Chile. That's why I found out most of the restaurant they're selling like spicy stuff, spicy food. If you cannot eat spicy, oh, you're in trouble. Yeah, most of this food is spicy. And then like it's really really beautiful the scene the scenery and we go to the mountain there and then we go pool. We got they're like we sing like a fox, and the pool is like run by spring water, and there's a coral in the bottom of the pool like that. So it's pretty really pretty beautiful. And then we go to the beach. It's like a light blue. The water, the color of the water is like we can see through, and then snorkeling and like go over there is really really fun, and it's pretty. It's really pretty. It's like a sandals island like that. So yeah, that's the most memorable. And the second one is the eerie one. I went to Seattle, Washington. I was driving from downtown to Aberdeen, and then go check in the hotels, in the motels actually. It kind of late, like 12, like we arrived there like 12 or 1 a.m. And after that, like everybody like trying to rest, right? And then it's like knocking. Starting from knocking like 3 times. I go open, nobody there. So many times this one. And then after that, it's like everybody's notice this one, and then they just like, hello, falling asleep, like don't care. And then like, the television is like change the channel, like what the, what's going on? And then like a scratch from the wall, like what? I think that's the only guy who noticed it like until the end is me. I think I slept about like 5 a.m. because I cannot sleep. But everybody just like snoring, so they are okay with it. So at the end, like yeah, that thing is the most haunted. I think the motels. Yeah, I know. And then the next day we go to Tacoma and then go to the Portland to have fun. So yeah, back to you, Net Controller, team at number 2, Delta November Golf.
Ting at number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. All that scratching and knocking and stuff, and nobody was around. That's interesting. Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't have stayed in that. I don't know. I probably would have got up and left or something in the middle of the night. I would have probably found somewhere else to sleep. I don't think I would have stayed in it. But yeah, you're brave to stay by it. So I'll put a call out to see if anybody wants to join in. Anybody want to join? We have some time. Can hear. If you haven't joined the net before, this is your opportunity to do so. You don't even have to. It's nice if you have your call sign, but if you don't, that's okay. Just to get to practicing. So if you haven't been on the net, here's your opportunity. All right, so it sounds like nobody wants to come on. So I will answer. So I had a trip. Let's set the scene. So I'm by myself. I wanted to take a trip, and a long one at that. It took me about 2 weeks to clear this thing. Started off in West Virginia. I had rented out a brand new Ford Bronco, white. Had loaded everything up for my camping. I was going out camping because I wanted to get into the nature thing. I was into the, getting out in the woods and getting dirty and chopping wood and, fires and stuff. I was into that. That was my thing. So I wanted to get a good feel for all of that. So I was on the trail. I got about halfway through, and pretty soon I started seeing things, strange things. hopping alongside the car at night. I thought my mind was playing with me. And I thought, well, maybe it's just, forest animals, maybe deer or something like that. I pull up to the spot, and the ranger peeks, into the car, see what I got in there. He says, "Are you by yourself?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, well, just so you know, we have a killer on the trail tonight." I'm like, "A killer? For what?" And they're like, "Yeah, he used an axe to chop up the first couple people. He still got the area cordoned off. You don't have to worry, though. We have some regular patrol." I'm like, "I don't have to worry. You just got done telling me there's some folks that got chopped up over here. Are you serious?" I was devastated. I'm like, "Can I make it through this whole thing in 24 hours or less?" So anyway, I didn't get a chance to do all that. I did find a well-lit spot that had other people around. It wasn't cordoned off with yellow tape. So I felt like I could stay there that night. But then the next morning was the drive from hell. If you've never been on the eastern seaboard or East Coast, they have mountains. And these mountains, my truck could get up the mountain, and I'd have to mash the thing all the way to the ground to get it to go up the mountain. Because if it wasn't going up the mountain a certain speed, you'd just roll back. And I was like, wow. So and then when you got to the top of the mountain, you had to step on the brake. Otherwise, you'd go flying off the mountain. Oh, so it was a very memorable trip to get through. I finally made it to Alabama, which happened to be home of the Ku Klux Klan, amazingly. So as I'm camping and people are walking around, I'm hoping I don't get lynched. I'm like, this is the road trip from hell, but I did it, and I made it, and I'm still here. So, yeah, that was my trip. No hauntings, just strange stuff, strange people. So let's go. Tingette number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo.
Hi, and everyone on the net. This is Tingette number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo. Again, your John, it's very naughty. So he's going to kind of shift the topic a little bit to another kind of trip. So, today I so traveled to Wing's staying place, the place that she stayed, and it was kind of funny seeing some strange things over there that look like imagine the room has a bed, and everywhere is full of like imagine you just pull a lot of hair out of your drain, right? Like that, a bunch of hair, like black energies that swims around, tangles around, and imagine the COVID symbol, right? Like the icon thing. They have like a little head, right, sticking out, kind of like those, but these heads are cyan colors and have like dark blue pattern over them, and they are like at the end of the hairs. So they are hairs that grouped up in a ball form like plasma ball. They're hair that goes like just swims around and tangles up everything. It's a mess, like I look at there, it's like a mess. And there are some dark green chi moving around as well. So I was like, wow, shit. This thing looks so sick. Like this is the sick chi. It's there to drain internally drain, and a lot of chi is stuck there, not coming out. The cyan D6 heads shows that those things are like the damp chi stuck in the location and not going out, and they're there to tangle onto you. So when you have a lot of damp chi tangling onto you, right, it kind of like transfer into you and make you sick. So immediately I was like, wow, that's a sick chi. So I cleared that thing up, and the whole thing become bright again, and I sealed up the place to not allow things to come back in. but there is still stuff, around the house maybe, but I didn't do the other places. I just work on where she stay. So I was like, wow, if you stay here for a week, you're surely going to come back sick looking like that. Eh? Um, yeah, there are more funny things that happen. I'm going to kind of change the story around a little bit because, not sure if it will be heard or whatever. So I'm going to like talk about this and other story. Okay, there's another story is there was a disciple, and the disciple was being attacked, and well, the attack came from someone she know and see, and it doesn't seem like that harmful. But I was like, nah, there's the ye God, there are things going on, and that's why you're so sick. So I helped the disciple to exorcise, and what I did was I call upon our hell god, the thunder god of salvation, and there was a tool at the altar for that. So after I called that up, I asked like, okay, well, how should we work on it? And then we so travel over to this disciple, and I was seeing all that crap on the disciple. It was like a bunch of black, smoky stuff, tangling up like how a snake kind of want to strangle you to death, kind of thing like that. It's like strangling that person. So what I did was I took that tool and I deployed the power over to tangle that thing back up, and I pull it up and put it back on the other side. So half were gone to that side, and half were gone to Lay's altars for the reps. So the case gone by, and funny enough, like this disciple was coming back with feedbacks saying that, oh, after that day, the other side got sick and people are getting sick. Right? So, and then there were even more bad lucks going on. This and that broke, big things broken, expensive stuff broke down, and lots of problems. So I was like, yeah, well, you see, if people are innocent, this should not happen, right? All I did was I took whatever that they have given you back to dump it back on the other side. And if there was never a thing, how could that happen, right? So that might be one of the fun experience on my trip back to the Net Controller, TYNYE.
Ting at number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. Wow. I guess I'm not. Oh, there's so much stuff going on in that. I don't want to see nothing wiggling around. I don't want to see them flying around. I want nothing getting on me. Ooh, I don't want to see that. I imagine that when it's time, it'll be it'll be me. So anyway, good times for that. I mean, hopefully we get strong enough that it won't bother us and it won't freak us all out, and we won't go running into the next room or anything, trying to get away from it. Maybe it'll give us courage. Courage, yeah, that's it. Get courage to fight it, to get it up, get it going. Yeah, that's it. That's what we should strive for. That trip. All right. The current time in Toronto is 9:02, and this is your Net Controller Ting at number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha, concluding tonight's net. Thank you all for joining. Remember, you're always welcome to continue the discussion in the line chat room. The net is now officially closed, and the channel is returned to normal use. We will see you again tomorrow at the same time and channel. Ting at number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha is clear.
Ting at number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf, clear.
Ting at number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo, clear.
Kenya number 3, Whiskey November Golf.
Kenya number 2, Delta November Golf. It's clear.